What's up everyone, it's Rifle here. Thanks for checking out this video. In this one I just wanted to update y'all on where I've been. I feel like it's important because I've been out for a month and a half. You see yourself, girl? You see yourself? That's you! But in case you guys didn't know, I did post it on Twitter. I did go out to a wedding. And actually before I went out to that wedding, I had got some pretty bad news about the condition of my daughter Aaliyah here. In case you don't know, I did post this on Twitter as well. I mentioned that my daughter has a disease called CMV. It's not super rare to get this disease, but when she was first born, around when she was first born, we knew that she was going to need a hearing aid. Well, just a hearing aid. At first, we were thinking hearing aids because the doctor told us, she was going to need that. But it turned out she only needed one. We got good news. Oh, she's grabbing on. Hang on, girl. She was trying to tear out her hearing aid. She does that often. They may irritate her a little bit. But, yeah, we actually got good news that she wasn't going to need another hearing aid. Only one. Turns out her other hearing was getting better, but recently before the wedding we actually got told that scars were found on her brain from an MRI and that her hearing is getting worse. Okay girl, you just don't want that in right now? Is that it? Is it bothering you? Okay, so I think I got something to help keep her hearing aids in. Also brought down a little book for her to just play around with for a day. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, that'll keep her a little distracted. But yeah, her hearing was getting better and that was great. Turns out right before the wedding we got the MRI that scars were found in her brain and her hearing was getting worse. Actually, I made a little video of when she first got her first hearing aid. As you can see, here it is. She was younger, of course.
Say hi. Say hi, pretty girl. Smile. Where's my smiles? She's like, I'm tired. Leave me alone. She's like, we were just here. We were just
There's his white eyes.
And as she grows, it's not as tight anymore, and it kind of goes in a line.
Are you helping?
Hi, dear sweet girl.
Good job, good job. So what do you think? What do you think? She's looking. Oh, there's your smiles. Where's your smiles? There you go. Whoa.
You may also notice that to really loud sounds that she blinks, like a startle blink.
Right.
We do have these set so that they're not, we've made sure that they're not too loud, but we do still want loud sounds to be loud to her.
Right.
And so it's new input, so you would notice that, like him with the blocks, if he makes a loud sound, you may notice that she blinks, and she may even give you kind of a crying response if it sounds too loud.
Right. Well, that makes sense. Whoa, look at those big
Are we boring you?
Oh, goodness.
Thought that was just something. I never uploaded that to YouTube. It's my first time doing that. Just thought it was something to film, just to look back on of when she actually first received her hearing aid and her reaction of getting it and stuff. But yeah, so recently, I believe it was June 6th, we had the MRI and the doctor had mentioned that scars were found, and of course that's not good, and her hearing was getting a little worse, so she needed another one. So now she has 2 hearing aids in her ears. I like to call them magic ears. That's actually what the doctor says and stuff too. I think it's pretty cool because they are pretty powerful ears now, more powerful than ours using them. So it's kind of cool to think about. But yeah, that's really the reason why I wanted to take some time off. Once I heard this news, I knew I needed to start spending more time with my family. As you guys may know, it does take me a long time for this content that I produce to y'all on Fallout. I mean, a long time. Like, I was literally spending from day to night trying to make this content. Pretty much anyways. Not 24/7, but a lot of my time was being invested into... What, girl? Into making content for y'all. So I just decided to take a month and a half off. And I decided to add her in this video just because I felt like, you know, me talking about her and having her here as well is important in a sense. I mean, I didn't necessarily have to have her in this video. But yeah, the disease that she has, like I mentioned before, is called CMV. It's not that well known. It's kind of crazy and sad. And basically me just making this video, I feel like, is a good chain reaction. It brings this disease more on the map and how serious it can be. Once again, you're born with it, and over time you can have speech problems due to, you know, what happens in the brain. You can have vision problems. Luckily, she has no vision problems. It's just dealing with her hearing, so that's good. And she's a little behind on her walking, but we have a lot of appointments. A lot of appointments. So we're keeping up to date with that. She's just a little behind, which is good. Hopefully there's no complications when she gets older and needs a cane or something. At the moment, it's just, you know, hearing problems. And as far as I know, it doesn't get better. It can stay the same, or it can get worse. What's wrong, girl? Hey, what's wrong? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Yeah. Are you hungry? Okay. Well, I'm gonna go take her back up to mommy. She is still being breastfed, which I feel is a good thing. I mean, she does eat like some foods, like we smush up bananas or applesauce or something, but she is still being breastfed, which I feel is good because it's pure, it's organic, it's as natural as it's getting. But yeah, I'm gonna go take her back up to mommy, and I'm gonna get a little bit more into detail about all of this. So yeah, I'll talk to you in a bit. Alright, so I'm back. My hands are free. I just wanted to get more into detail about CMV because it is extremely serious, and I had no idea about this disease. And I just felt like I wanted to make more people aware of it that don't know about it. Because as you may know now, I am currently going through my daughter experiencing this, and it's a terrible feeling because the future is really unknown about what could happen with this disease. You know, things could get worse or things could steady out. Either way, she is always going to be very loved, of course. But let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. As you can see, CMV is a virus that infects 50 to 85% of adults in the US by age 40, and is also the virus most frequently transmitted to a child before birth. It also says in here, persons with symptoms have a mononucleosis-like syndrome with prolonged fever and mild hepatitis. Once a person becomes infected, the virus remains alive and usually dormant within the person's body for life. Recurrent disease rarely occurs unless the person's immune system is suppressed due to therapeutic drugs or disease. CMV infection is therefore a concern because of the risk of infection to the unborn baby, people who work with children, and immunodeficient people such as transplant recipients and those with HIV. Now, skipping down a few lines here, it says CMV is the most important cause of congenital viral infection in the U.S. For infants who are infected by their mothers before birth, two potential pictures exist, which is what happened in our scenario. Generalized infection may occur in the infant, and symptoms may range from moderate enlargement of the liver and spleen to fatal illness. With supportive treatment, most infants with CMV disease survive. which is awesome to hear. However, from 80 to 90% have complications within the first few years of life that may include hearing loss, vision impairments, and varying degrees of mental retardation. Another 5% to 10% of infants who are infected have no symptoms at birth, but subsequently have varying degrees of hearing and mental or coordination problems. So yeah, I was just letting you all know about this disease and how serious it is. Whatever she's going through though, we're going to be backing her up 100%. If she needs sign language to communicate, we're going to be there. We're going to learn sign language. We're going to learn how to communicate with her. It could just stay how it is though, and her hearing may not get worse. It could just stay like this. I don't know if I mentioned this, but her other ear that she recently needed a hearing aid for isn't as bad as the first ear that she needed a hearing aid. Now, this is something pretty common. The doctors actually thought that she was going to need 2 hearing aids, but in the past, luckily, she didn't. However, with this recent MRI, some complications were found in her brain, and we also found out that she did need another hearing aid. As far as I know, though, it doesn't get better either. Stays the same or it gets worse. And that's the scary thought about that. Now, if she needs glasses, so be it. She needs some glasses, There's nothing wrong with that. Our science nowadays is great. Now, of course, having vision loss isn't great, and needing glasses that young isn't good at all. I'm not saying that's great, but it's great that we have ways to make it so she can, function normally. If she has speech problems growing up, that's all right, Once again, we're going to be behind her 100%. Now, I'm pretty sure I read something how, it can affect your walking as well, which is a scary thought. I'm hoping she doesn't need no cane, but if she does, once again, we're going to be behind her 100%. This is a very scary feeling. If you're a parent and watching this, I'm sure you understand the type of thoughts that we are having. This is very, very scary because the future is unknown. I mean, I know the future is already unknown, but it is really scary because this disease is it's frightening how it works and what can happen. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to share with y'all and what we've been going through and why I have been gone so long. I know I just mentioned if she has speech problems, that's alright. I wasn't saying it's good that she has speech problems. I'm just saying I'm not the person to judge someone over that, and if my daughter especially is going through something like that, I'm going to be behind her 100% to make her feel welcomed and comfortable. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's alright if she has that. She's still going to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. But yeah, everybody, thanks for taking the time watching and listening, and I apologize for being gone this long. I know it's not something I should apologize about, but I just thought it would be nice of me to explain why I have been gone, because I know a lot of you enjoy my Fallout content. There's not a lot of content creators over Fallout 76, and I was uploading content pretty frequently, and I just disappeared out of nowhere and didn't explain why I disappeared at that time. If you stayed this long and listened, I highly appreciate that. If you could possibly take a little bit of your time and say a prayer for Aaliyah to hopefully strengthen through this and, maybe miraculously get better. God works in mysterious ways. And if you're not all that religious, just keep her in your thoughts, or just have a little bit of positive thoughts about her instead of oh, this is terrible, oh my goodness, I'm not trying to say that. Just have some positive thoughts about it. I mean, I understand what she's going through isn't good, but I feel like having positive thoughts about situations really help out negative situations, just keeping your mindset out of that. And I feel like I need to do that too. I need to start thinking more positive about this. She isn't as worse as some scenarios are. She isn't that bad. I mean, yeah, she has complications, but she isn't as bad as it could be, Anyways, I'm out of here. I know I just said that. Thanks everybody for taking the time watching and listening. Just going to let you all know now, I am officially back on the grid with Fallout 76 content. Till next time, everyone. Peace.